Okay, this podcast is also for week 11 on how to upload your gallery 3 to 000Webhost. Um, One of the first things you need to do is make sure you know your MySQL database information. Here's my information, my database username and password I've set prior. In fact, I went ahead and downloaded that to view it. And here's my file for my host, username and password. And DB name and host name is going to be the, believe on this, it's the DB name username is the same on 000Webhost, and your password will be something you've set, and your host information will be there as well. Host information will be found on the right side of the screen. When you enter in the database phpMyAdmin, it gives over here documentation for that phpMyAdmin. Also, it gives you, if you click over here on the Home tab, what databases currently you have, or what tables you have currently. I just have the members and modules table from the gallery weeks ago, the message board. So for connectivity purposes, when I enter in my host information for my configuration file, it's got to be correct. And again, phpMyAdmin to make sure you have that information. MySQL, you'll need to click on that to find out your host information. Here's my host information, MySQL5 000Webhost.com. And then I captured my data, the other, and also put it here in a connection file, which I had actually grabbed from weeks prior in one of the installations that we did. So that's the first thing, is getting your MySQL information, because you'll need that later. Second is to FTP a fresh download of that Gallery 3 up, and you'll need to upload that to your external 000Webhost. What I did was I downloaded mine. Here's my Gallery 3 I downloaded. I just basically copied that Gallery 3 folder and I put it in XAMPP in week Web 290, and I just renamed Gallery 3 to week 11, and now I'm in the process of I uploaded that to 000Webhost using FileZilla. Looks like it's already uploaded here. Here's my local information, week 11. Here's my week 11 I just uploaded into projects folder in 000Webhost. So now I'm going to go ahead and browse out to my website here on 000Webhost. I'm going to go to week 11. Okay, so it's the same as the local host I did earlier, except you'll notice the path is external. It found the var folder. The DB name, I need to reflect that on my information that I've already captured from 000Webhost. So I can go back and look at it this way, or I can capture from my file I had. I'll go ahead and look at it this way here real quick. Okay, my database and username is the same as yours will be, so I'm going to highlight that. You know, my password, so I'll enter that in. And host information. MySQL, and there's the host information. And we'll put underscore GAL and continue. All right, there's my screen that we had come to before. I usually always do a screenshot of this to make sure I have the information if I have to go back to later. But it should, when we click start using gallery, force us to, or we can have the option to go ahead and change that password, which we'll do. Let's go ahead and see if we can add a photo in here. If we can, we might have to change some permissions on a folder possibly. We'll find out here in a second. Let's upload a screenshot. There you go. Looks like it let us upload it just fine. So that concludes how to upload yours to 000Webhost like you did on the local host. Just to recap, a couple things you need to make sure you have down before you begin the process is go to your cPanel. You need to make sure you have go into phpMyAdmin to get your database username and password information. If you don't have a password set to a database or database created, you will need one to create this process, and just jot that information down. So this again is database username and password, and then go back to the MySQL to get your host information. Upload your information using FileZilla via FTP to your projects folder externally. Then when you browse out to that folder, to that week 11 directory, go through the processes we did in this podcast, and then you should be good to go. If you have any questions, give me an email.